Morning, everybody. How's it going? My name is Ryan Bryan, and this video is going to be going over how to tweak your offer to make sure that it is winning over cold email. Your offer is the essence of the service, the product that you provide. What does the other person get? So we're going to jump into how to tweak this over outbound to make sure that you're getting the attention of your prospects. Disclaimer, if I sound terrible, it is because I am sick, but I needed to get this video to you because you need to know these three things to make your cold emails absolutely banging. Let's get right into it. So the introduction, okay? Everybody's product or service has an offer behind it. An offer in its most simple form is basically saying this: you get this and I get this. So a lot of the times it's you get some kind of service, some kind of product that has some utility, and I get money. It's basically what an offer for a lot of you guys who will most likely be watching this video. That's usually what an offer entails. When you present your offer over cold email, you have to make some changes to it. Now, the reason for this is I will get into a few of them, but the main one being that majority of the time, nobody knows who you are. So why would they trust you, right? If you walked up to a stranger on the street and you said, "Hey, strange person, I'll do this for you and you give me $5,000 a month, deal?" They're probably going to be like, "Whoa, dude, hang on," because they don't know you, they don't trust you. So you have to make a few changes to your offer, which I will get into. Next, it must be attention grabbing enough for somebody to take some kind of action. Again, if we use the stranger on the street example, imagine you came up to some random person and you said, "Hey, dude, I'll clip your toenails once a month if you give me, $1,000." Most likely, he probably won't care. So your offer needs to be enticing enough that the person reading it will actually stop what they're doing, saying, this is actually pretty interesting," and respond to you accordingly. The last thing of your offer over outbound is that it must be believable. Now, again, when you're reaching out to cold prospects this way, a lot of this comes down to trust. These people don't know you, they won't trust you. So again, if you come up to a random person on the street and you say, "Hey man, I'll do this for you and I'll make you $1 million in the next 30 days," what are the odds that he believes you? Probably not very much. So you need to have something in your offer, in your copy, to show that you should be believable in some way. You need to dress your offer up, make it sound a little sexier if you want to have any luck of somebody taking it home. Now, this document is going to go over 3 simple ways that you can do so to make your offer better for cold outbound, for cold email. Let's get into it. Now, the first thing, actually, before we start, you might be wondering, who the hell is this guy? My name is Ryan Bryden. I run Breakout Creatives. We work with 15 plus companies in the SaaS and the agency space, helping them install an outbound system in their business to generate demand on cold traffic. We'll double your pipeline in under 90 days on a performance basis. I'll link this document for some work that we've done, a few more videos that we've done. That's not what you're here for. Let's get into the first thing, which is quantifiable outcomes. This is probably the easiest way that you can make your offer more attractive over outbound, and it is literally throwing numbers on all of the outcomes that your solution provides. So tell me which one of these offers kind of sounds better to you. First one being, we'll augment your current landing page to increase customer stay time and your interaction, compared to, we'll increase your current landing page conversions by 20% in the first 50 days of working together. Unless you're a crazy person, it's probably the second one, right? Now why? Why actually is that? The reason for this is simply because people know exactly what they're getting. When you say we'll augment your current landing page to increase customer stay time or increase whatever it is, okay, great. How much are you going to do that? Are you going to increase it by 2%, by 10%, by 50%? Are you going to double it? How long is that going to take? Am I going to get the result in 10 days? Am I going to get this result in 100 days? Right? When you don't use quantifiable numbers or metrics, people have no idea what they're actually getting. And so many people go wrong when it comes to this is they'll just have some qualitative statement as their offer, but people don't actually know what they're getting, right? And this is a problem because the only thing that your offer is supposed to convey is what the other person is going to get in a specific number, in a duration, whether it's revenue added, whether it's time saved, whether it's a percentage increase or decrease in something. People should know quantifiably, like, okay, I should be getting this, right? And that makes your entire process of trying to sell, of your pricing, so much easier because it's quantified, right? So moving on though to point number 2 is going to be the relevance of your offer. So this is kind of more focused on the creation of your list itself, but your offer needs to be relevant to the industry, the company, and the job title that you're reaching out to. So let's take that same landing page offer that we just talked about, and let's say our company, we make like the best landing pages in the world. We're one of the best that there are, right? If you reach out to an HR manager of a company that doesn't rely on web traffic, it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter all the amazing landing pages that you've created. They will not care because it is completely irrelevant to the person that you're reaching out to, right? You need to make sure your offer is as relevant and targeted as possible to your audience so that they will have a care for it. Now, like I said, a lot of this kind of comes in the building of your list and the creation of your ICP to begin with. So it isn't necessarily, super important on the offer, on the copy side, more on the data side, more on the lists that you're scraping, the people that you're targeting with your product or service. But a good offer to the wrong audience is actually completely pointless. It's like trying to sell water to a fish. Why would they care? They don't, right? So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. And the last thing that I have for you guys here is social proof. Now, this is the third and probably the most important aspect of a good offer over outbound is having proof that people have tried, liked, and used your stuff. Have you ever had something in your life that all of your friends or family seemed to try out, and because they all felt this way, you just went along with it and tried it? Maybe it was, vacationing to a certain spot. All your friends have went to Florida for spring breaks. You said, okay, I guess I'll go too. Or maybe they were trying a certain food and they all said that they love this food, so you tried it out as well. The same thing can be applied to offers and the product and service that you provide, right? People will feel more comfortable and more likely to purchase knowing that other people have tried your thing and gotten results with it. It is simply just how us humans react and how we think about things. When other people have done something and have liked it, we are more likely to do so. Now, this can kind of get tricky, right? Because you might be thinking, Ryan, but if I'm reaching out to complete strangers, right? Why would they care if my friend Joe liked my cold email service, right? And you're totally right. So you kind of have to tweak this a little bit for cold traffic, but two things that you can do to maximize social proof. Number one is using big name case studies that anybody would know. So if you have worked with, big companies, Fortune 500 stuff, that if you ask the average person on the street, they would know what you're talking about. And number two is super industry relevant case studies that would be known inside of a niche, inside of an industry. So, if you're working in, let's say, manufacturing, okay, and you mentioned that you've done work with this manufacturer that's maybe they're a competitor, maybe they're a partner, something that the companies that you're reaching out to would know and would be familiar with. That's another huge way to really use social proof and case studies that way. So that's all from me this video. Those are the three things on how to make your offer win over outbound. I hope this helped. I know I sound terrible. Thank you for bearing with me, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Peace.